वेलकम टू जस्ट ओपिनियंस एंड आज का टॉपिक काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग है क्योंकि यूनिक है, आई वुड से
हम्म
इंटरेस्टिंग से ज़्यादा, क्योंकि हम दोनों ने हम दोनों ने मूवी देखी है सजेस्टेड बाय हिम टू मी, और वो मूवी का नाम है,
The Last Observers
यस, इट्स
by
बाय पैटागोनिया
yeah,
फिल्म्स.
Films.
तो
So yeah,
he would give you more context on what Patagonia
Hmm.
films are.
So they have a whole series where they do like short films. So basically, this is a short film, like a documentary, and
It's
do
around 25 minutes or
25
so.
minutes. So
हाँ.
they do such short films, and they do it on different topics like that. There's an hour 15 minutes worth of video on how they should stop farming salmon and all of that. So basically, different kinds of environmental issues. They pick them up and they I think they promote like local um, producers and cinematographers or whatever. So they're very good at this, and basically, so this is also one of those, and it's called The Last Observers, and I think it's Swedish, right?
स्वीडिश है. हाँ, स्वीडन में शॉट है. राइट
Huh.
राइट राइट.
So it's a
करेक्ट करेक्ट.
Swedish couple
The
basically.
language is not English. It's in Sweden. Let's get
Right to
talking
it.
about what were what were our thoughts
So first of
on.
all, highly recommend. I
Yeah,
you know I'll also give you. You wouldn't even know what I'm gonna say now.
we'll
No, no, no.
we'll add the link of that movie
Ha, chal. We'll
in our
done. But see, I
description.
don't know
If we are going
how
to
this
post,
works.
if we are going to
I don't know
post
if
it or what. But if we ever do post it, then we'll
we'll
put the
add the
link.
link in the description
Yeah,
or whatever
and
they say.
it already has 1.6 million
Million
views,
views.
so it's
So
not that we are promoting that or
we're
something.
getting nothing, literally
Yeah.
nothing. We won't get anything from we are nobodies. But it's
Ah.
such a beautiful video that first time I watched it, I think I sent it to Anish the next day. I don't know why I'm saying Anish.
So first of all, I didn't know what ये वेदर ऑब्जर्वर करके भी कुछ होता है, तो उधर से ही माइंड ब्लो होना थोड़ा स्टार्ट हुआ. सेकेंडली, दे डू इट एवरी 3 hours. 1 a.m., 4 a.m., 7 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 p.m., sorry, 1 p.m., whatever. Every 3 hours, someone or the other wakes up.
Either so there's a couple.
There's a couple. There's a couple. Either of them wake up and go to a place where they observe the weather, and any weather, like, matlab, any weather, as in it can be any climate for them. Sardi ho, garmi ho, above all of that, they will go. And oh, this reminds me of that scene where she, okay, they both have 4 children. Even during pregnancy, she has gone there and recorded weather. And I think they do it in 2 ways. One, they are also interested in birds.
Ringing the
That is
birds.
one aspect to the video, to the movie, and the other aspect is the observing the weather thing. So the bird one, for me personally, was very exciting because there are many things ahead that come. But what is very beautiful about it is the weather and bird being interlinked to each other. Do you have anything?
So yeah, so just to add a few facts, I guess, or just things from the video that they get to live in the lighthouse because they become the weather observers, and that lighthouse is on a beach.
Yeah.
So they have access to the beach and they get to live there because, and again, I guess I don't know if it's free or whatever, but because they are doing the job, they also get paid a little bit, and they get to go to the
But
beach.
it's a very minimal
Very
pay.
lousy pay, very bad pay,
Yeah.
minimal pay,
It's
like
just
enough for survival.
survive, survival wala pay.
And like you said, they had 4 kids, and like the story you said that they've even observed the weather even while she was pregnant. So there were. She also said that 2 of her kids were born in the car because they were late because they were observing the weather, and each observation would take them 20 minutes.
And I, I'll give you a very cool thing. It's a very subtle thing, but maybe a very obvious thing also. There's a scene in that video where she says that the clouds now feel weird.
Yes.
How? That can only come through consistency if you're doing it. Basically, sense is बात का है कि
Right.
you do anything
For
every day, you will become good at it. मतलब तुम अगर बकचोदी भी रोज करो, तो तुम बकचोदी में अच्छे हो जाओगे.
Prime example. But so
वैसे.
again, sorry for messing up the chronology of the video.
हाँ.
But so basically, I think what we got from it, about I'll speak about myself. What I got from it was, I think I even texted Anish saying that, look at this video. I think it's only about simplicity or something. I texted him. It is,
हाँ.
this is the definition of simplicity.
हाँ.
Like, this is what simplicity means. And it was first time I watched it. I don't know how I got to it. So a lot of times I randomly go to the website and I look for a video or two, and if I like it, I share it. So I think this was one of the first ones, and I just came upon it and I watched it the first time, and like you said, I was mind blown by both the facts. One was ringing of the birds, like,
हाँ.
you know, ringing as in like they had, we'll discuss it, and the other one was observing the weather. And again, I, like he said, I didn't know that this was something people even did, even until 23.
Yeah.
Like, you have everything automated. Why would, and the weird part, the eerie part, they had started with what, 150 such weather observers, observing stations, and they ended up, they were the only ones in the last couple of
Yeah,
years.
that were still manual and not automated.
And they wanted to do it. They loved it. And last, again, we'll talk about it later, but last couple of lines, like goosebumps.
So what I feel is, the problem that's happening with me right now in this video is that I'm getting conscious of the fact that the samne wala person has not seen.
Haan.
So let's break it. I mean, not break it down. Let's set a rule that everyone has seen, and then let's talk.
This,
कोई context देंगे ही नहीं.
हाँ, this would only make sense if you watched it. So we
Yeah.
are assuming that you watched it.
Yeah, you have watched it. तो ऐसे बात करते हैं. अभी भाई ये सब superficial थोड़ा हो गया. अब मैं एक लेवल अंदर जा रहा हूँ. ठीक है. एक तो he talks about symbiosis उसमें, and how each and every living creature is dependent on each other.
Oh boy.
How the whole planet is one family. Coming to the Indian Vedic thing, the whole very famous Vasudev Kutumbakam, that's literally a proof, that video is a living proof of that. She also explains that birds insects khate, the whole web chain wala thing.
Insects need plants to survive,
and so on and so forth, whatever. The interdependency is insane.
Yes. No, it is like, there is an interdependency.
It's a fact, but we don't realize it.
Yeah, obviously. And
then nature is so beautiful in that way.
And so just like this, so second part of the video is ringing of the birds.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you saw. And I didn't even know that happened. Anyway, I didn't even know what that is. That
they clamping the ring to the feet and all. That's insane.
And the fact that and you look at the setting. It's like a small town somewhere in Sweden. Both of them somehow ended up there. They have no exposure, I guess, or they don't even want anything else.
They have been exposed.
They have been exposed, and that is what they chose.
Yeah.
And the first time when I saw this, it shook me to the core that I don't even know if I can ever do that. If I can be so stable, if I can be so still, if I can not be bored by repeating the same task over and over again. And even in the video, towards the end, they mentioned that while doing this, there's something new to learn every day. While doing the same thing every 3 hours.
Day, yeah. Every 3 hours, they say that there's something new to learn.
So they still say that there's something new to learn every day. And you watch the video that, dude, they're literally doing the same
thing every day.
Every day. No matter how cold, no matter how warm, no matter how much it's snowing, raining, whatever, there's no light, there's nothing. They manually take down the weather.
There's a very important thing about this, that so when we talk about spirituality, it's the same activities performed every day, but the learning, if you're not learning, then you're not doing those activities properly. there's literally, if you're chanting mechanically, there is one way that you just chant mechanically, then you perfect the mechanical way of chanting. But if you're able to absorb yourself in the chanting, then there is the nectar that you will
Yes,
get
yes.
out of
The
that.
learning, the
Yeah,
teaching, or whatever it is.
the
So,
the enlightenment
yes,
that you'll
yes,
get
yes.
is going to be insane, and it's very difficult. It's very, very,
Obviously.
very difficult to achieve. You might even achieve consistency, but the thing is that if you're able to do it consciously
And finding something to learn from it
every day,
every time you do it, that is enlightenment. Like you're finding something new every time you do the same thing. And that is the reason why I wanted to show this video to you, that you were you are able to relate it to spirituality, to chanting or whatever. and
no,
and
it's not even that I related it to that time. Is that now that I'm talking about it,
exactly, but
it's coming
it's coming out.
naturally. Yeah.
But so that's the thing, that this is another thing, that how do I put it, and this is a controversial point, and a lot of people won't understand that
Say it by,
even they were able to do it,
as in,
not being exposed
ha,
to
ha, ha.
anyone teaching them.
Yeah,
They were still able to do it.
every day, and they weren't exposed to the method of observing, or in general, like they
So
weren't exposed to life.
no. They were taught how to observe. They were given the parameters that you have to
Ha,
do it every 3 hours. Record the clouds, 26 types of clouds or whatever. Record these wind speed or whatever. They weren't told that if you do this, you'll find peace. If you do
yeah,
this, you'll find solace.
yeah,
They weren't taught that. They
yeah,
weren't told that.
right,
They weren't given the path that this is the path to peace,
yeah,
is the
right,
path to happiness.
true,
They found it.
correct.
And that blew my mind.
Ha,
And the fact that you're able to relate to it, that is blowing my mind right now. Like, again, there might be different situations that push them to that or whatever,
ha.
but they weren't given that kind of guidance. And that wasn't the intention.
Intention, right.
They were able to reach there without the intention.
Hmm.
That they weren't, भाई कोई था नहीं उसको सिखाने के लिए, और to impart that knowledge कि भाई ये कर तो तेरे को ये मिलेगा. And it's not like, now I'm relating it to, it doesn't have to be chanting. ठीक है, chanting is a higher thing. It doesn't have to be chanting. They were alone. एक दोनों में से एक उठता था. They never did it together because it was counterproductive.
Correct.
Why would they both of them do it together?
किसी एक को ये
एक जाता था, and they used to do it, and they used to do it religiously. They used to spend 20 minutes.
Right.
They
देख रहा हूँ, हाँ.
used to spend 20 minutes observing the clouds or whatever. And they used to do it alone. And that was their chanting. That was their consistency. That was their occupying their mind. That was their doing a chore every day consciously.
See, there's a very important thing that
And sorry to cut you off.
no
Just
problem.
to add one thing, I also remember him mentioning that because they were so consistent, they did not fall ill. They met so many people, but they did not fall ill.
Oh, how did I miss that? Yeah, that's so true.
They did not fall ill.
This comes.
Bhai,
Oh, भाई
there's so much to this video.
भाई मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ कि first of all, a very, very important learning that I'm getting right now and through the video also, that it's all in the mind
Yes,
first.
yes,
मतलब whatever is happening externally and whatever you feel about what's happening externally is not the thing that's happening externally. It's actually what's happening internally in the mind.
yes.
First. Second, the only true peace is when we can uh, transcend from duality. सर्दी गर्मी, अच्छा दोस्त गंदा दोस्त, अच्छा बुरा, all these dualities of nature have to be transcended to understand that if you're going to be sad now, for example, you're not going to ask for sadness,
Yes.
but you still get it.
Yes.
Then why do we ask for happiness?
Right.
We are going to get
Yes.
it. Even in the Gita, Krishna says that happiness, sadness, and all are like seasons. You do your work. Did they ever expect anything from their work? I don't think so.
Hey, you finish. I'll
I really don't think that. I don't think they woke up and they were like, today I'm going to observe and I'm going to get peace. They never expected it, they got it. And then only they were able to enjoy the fruit. If they expected peace out of the work that they are doing, then they wouldn't have ever been peaceful with the same thing that they're doing every day. Comes down to the point of not expecting.
That is what I wanted to say.
And they did.
That was there were two more things. One was not expecting. They did not. There were no expectations throughout the video. They went with the flow, and they. So maybe that was their upbringing or whatever, but they accepted the simplicity, or didn't even accept it. They liked and they only knew simplicity.
Yeah, they knew.
They loved simplicity. One, and the whole video was another point was only gratitude.
Yeah.
Only gratitude. How that
Last
statement?
They were just thankful that they had got this job.
How lucky enough was I to experience this? That is what Kiran, or whatever her name was.
Yeah, she quotes this.
She says this.
She
How
says this.
lucky enough am I to have experienced it? That blew my mind. From what they did.
Have we ever been that grateful or thankful to whatever we are experiencing?
Throughout the video, they were so much in love with each other.
And there's a scene where she says where they both say that this job has a very lousy pay, but it was not with an intent of complaint.
Right.
It was never with an intent of complaint that, oh, they are paying us so less or something like that. They were like, we don't care.
Yes.
About lousy pay or anything. It's just that when you reach a certain stage of peace, you don't need money.
Yes, because that's materialistic.
Yeah,
this was survival, and again they got an how do you put it? They got a thing they could do every day, like chanting.
Yeah.
They had observation. That was their chanting. They had to go out, do the same thing over and over again, concentrate. They had to concentrate because they had to get the right observations. कि क्या था? वो लोग ऐसे सोच नहीं सकते थे कि यार ये सब हो गया, सो टहलने गए, भूल गए क्या ऑब्जर्वेशन था. और ऐसा नहीं कि गलती नहीं हुआ होगा 100%, but किया, रोज किया. भाई they were so sad to let it go. Imagine lousy pay, कुछ उतना नहीं, manual work, but it was in their blood. Daily.
ओ भाई मेरे को बहुत क्रेजी पॉइंट आ रहा है भाई.
आजा.
ये तो हो गया. Coming to the point where the guy talks about different birds having different personalities.
Oh bhai.
Bhai, crazy scene.
And that made it interesting for them.
Yeah. Coming to the point where few birds had a very fearful,
aggressive,
fearful thing. Some were very aggressive. Yes. And some were
aggression from fear.
Fear was there. Some showed it in the form of aggression. Some showed it in the form of submission. And some जैसे उसने बोला इट इज वेरी मतलब लोगों को मिथ है कि
Owl.
आउल का होना इज क्या
Bad.
नॉट सो ऑस्पिशियस और
हाँ,
समथिंग
हाँ.
एंड देन he says something that I don't exactly remember but he says that वो एक्चुअली सबसे स्मार्ट है या कुछ ऐसा बोलता है वो
One was people complain about owls being in their
हाँ
backyard, and then
backyard
they shoot them.
Yeah.
And then they complain that I have so many rats and mice in my backyard.
हाँ right correct
Because
He-
they are not understanding the law of nature.
law of nature
Because they are scared of predators.
right
People who are against predators, they kill the owl,
हाँ
and then they
हाँ.
complain about mice and rats being in their backyard. While the owl get
Is-
rid of mice and rats in the from the backyard. So
right
it was the law of nature.
is the law of nature
You don't need to change that.
you don't need to hamper anything that's happening so similarly the problem with humans is that we have too much of an ego a false sense of ego or some entitlement that we are the most evolved species among all so we I don't know have some authority to not follow the law of nature
Or control things.
or
Illusion of
coming
controlling
to the
things.
coming to the point of because you have a sense of false
Authority,
entitlement you want to control things now it is a fact that we are the most evolved species but there should be humility towards that fact
Yes.
of being they don't have a choice in their personality because some owls are like I mean the owl family will only eat mice. Maybe a sparrow will only eat small
Worms or whatever.
insects. But we have the consciousness to choose, to make a choice. And a very good example was once told to me that how lucky we are to even be humans. For example, मक्खी जाके टट्टी पे ही बैठेगी बट एक मधुमक्खी जाके फ्लावर में बैठ के नेक्टर निकालेगी even if you take a flower to the fly a house fly
it doesn't make sense to it.
It won't. A थोड़ा revised example a dog can eat chicken raw unhinged you don't have even if you cook it's the same for him if you don't cook it's the same for him but we get to we know that we should not have something that you will never go and sit in stool or it is so unfortunate for those matlab creatures that they are conditioned in a way that they have to accept that as food. I'm talking about a very small thing here, but just think about the conditioning or the consciousness they are in, where we have the understanding that there is so much that is better than stool. That's why we have these food. It does not understand that there are better things.
Right.
Coming to the point of but now the most ironic part of this is in spite of having that consciousness we are behind stool like items in our life.
Yes,
we are.
Yes.
We want to control ego issues everything and we want to derive pleasure in small battles where these are not even battles that should be fought is what is my opinion. And that is where peace is achieved.
Yes.
Where you realize that you have to be grateful that you're a human and you use your consciousness in the right direction.
You know, this video is an example of right conditioning.
Right conditioning. Right.
We've given examples earlier in different videos or whatever later of, let's say, a terrorist being wrongly conditioned.
People might be uncomfortable while listening to this because of the conditioning only.
Yes.
Not because of whether we are right or wrong.
We're not even claiming
that is immaterial. I'm just saying that because our conditioning is so strong that so and so things have to be followed in a certain way. That's why this conversation can be very uncomfortable for some people.
I'm
Also.
gonna say that a lot of people, if at all they ever watch or you all ever watch this video, and you all might be thinking right now कि भाई अबे ये सब क्या है? This
हाँ.
is complacency.
This is privilege.
Privilege भी नहीं, complacent हो गए.
हाँ.
वो क्या बोलते हैं? क्या बोलते हैं? Ambitious नहीं है.
हाँ, ambitious नहीं है.
कि कुछ
और
करना नहीं है
they're
life में.
finding excuses
to be mediocre.
हाँ, to be mediocre, to be simple and all.
And even I would have thought at some point in my life. ठीक है?
हाँ.
So that could also be a thought.
Same भाई.
That could also be a thought, and fair enough. Bhai,
Fair.
your opinion. This
Yeah.
is, we are just giving our opinions, and I don't think anything's right or wrong.
Yeah.
Just opinions again. So, like I was saying, this is an example of right conditioning.
Right conditioning. Right.
And, bhai, the way I think, like I was saying, that we have given examples before or
Multiple
after
times. Yeah.
about like a terrorist being wrongly
Yeah,
conditioned.
wrongly conditioned.
This is the opposite.
हाँ.
And
A human being rightly conditioned.
And this, I would also take it, I'll connect it to a little bit of what I was exposed to. Like I've also told you, I think, when we were talking amongst ourselves, that how my dad exposed me to spirituality.
Yeah.
Like how the Gita is a lifestyle book.
हाँ.
Yeah, जो भी.
हाँ.
And it, a lot of times, I think that is also an ego issue we deal with in India, that, oh, Gita, theek hai, produced by Indian, whatever, gods or whatever. But we also stay stuck in that कि भाई हमें ही आता है.
भाई इंडिया का प्रॉब्लम इज दैट दे थिंक दैट दे ओन गॉड बिकॉज गॉड इज फ्रॉम दिस लैंड एंड ऑल्सो बट द पॉइंट इज नो वन इट इज religion without philosophy which becomes ritual.
So
when religion is ritualistic, that is a problem.
Exactly.
Not the religion itself.
So that's what I'm saying. Ki the first time I watched this video, it also reminded of what my dad taught me, a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what I was telling you earlier.
Yeah.
That they haven't been taught this lifestyle, as in terms of, if you follow this lifestyle,
you will get peace or something.
You will get peace. That wasn't, they've been taught
Yeah.
by their community, their parents or whatever. They've been taught a certain kind of
Yeah.
lifestyle. Not with this intention.
We have always been taught
Taught
that
with-
get good marks,
Or-
get money,
Or
and
not
then-
even that.
No, I'm giving a very straightforward example. Like
Bhai,
usually,
I'm saying not even that. I'm saying we've also been taught ki the Gita teaches you follow this lifestyle
हाँ.
to attain peace.
Oh, just to that, there's a shlok in the last where Krishna says that I have given you all the knowledge. Arjun, you choose and you decide. He does not even say you decide. He says you decide. He first says that Arjun, I have given you all the knowledge. You contemplate and then decide what you want to do. भाई गीता में खुद Krishna is saying that I have given you all the knowledge and now you are the one who's going to contemplate, question it, and then come to a conclusion.
So-
This is what I want to do.
So, this, right? My point is, we are, like, they have to teach us this because the place we have got to as a society. People have to teach us.
Yeah.
Innately नहीं आ रहा है.
हाँ हाँ हाँ.
इन अंदर से नहीं आ रहा है.
अंदर से-
Naturally नहीं आ रहा है. ये पढ़ाना पड़ रहा है.
Correct. Correct.
This video is showing कि भाई, that is the lifestyle they're living.
Living. जैसे like you said that उनको किसी ने बताया नहीं था कि ये करने से उनको
Peace
पीस
आएगा.
मिलेगा.
वो intention नहीं था.
अब मैं अपने सिनेरियो में डालता हूँ. हमको भी किसी ने कभी बताया नहीं है कि मतलब अगर बताया भी है तो रॉन्गली बताया है कि क्या पीस है. विच मीन्स जो चीज करने या ना करने उस पे पीस डिपेंडेंट है ही नहीं. जो तुम कर रहे हो उसमें पीस मिल सकता है.
कुछ भी करो हो सकता है.
कुछ भी करो हो सकता
It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle thing.
Consistency. Don't run behind something. Don't chase. Don't always chase. And while saying this, we are chasing. This is us creating awareness amongst ourselves also. I'm not saying that
We have achieved it or
at all.
something.
At
Yeah.
all. Bhai, this is while saying that I'm in an MBA school chasing something. We are recording it on a phone.
Yeah.
We are we are chasing something or the other. It's not that we are not saying that we are better or not at all. I'm not at all better than anyone, for that matter.
But it's just that
We're creating awareness because
I would rather put it in a way that nature has been kind and given us this opportunity where we are able to realize something like this and then focus on what is actually success
huh.
and what success has
No,
has
no, no,
been
no. Not what actually success. What we think.
what we think success
Our opinion.
what we think success is and what we have been taught
Yes.
about
And what we are
success is.
realizing through experiences. What our definition of success is.
Yeah,
It could change.
yeah.
And even my definition of success could be wrong for someone else. And that is the realization. And again, this could be bullshit to someone else, that you might have 100 more valid points, and again, you might not be able to tell us
Yeah.
because you are on the other side of the camera.
Yeah,
You're on the viewing side. So maybe 100% and yours might be valid too. But this is us talking about a video we just saw, and we thought it was profound.
profound. Yeah,
There was so much meaning to it. There were
Yeah.
so many things, like different kinds of birds, like he mentioned, and they
that was
mentioned that
too good. Yeah,
the way just stay where you like to stay. Like you stay at one place.
no, if you stay where you're happy, you'll the place where you're happy you'll stay.
You'll stay.
Huh.
You stay where you're happy. You stay. If you find happiness, you stay. You don't have to chase. You don't have to go behind things. You stay. And this is very valid for me too, because I have been for the last 20, not I won't say 28 years, probably last 10, 12 years since I have gained some kind of consciousness and started taking my own decisions. I've been chasing something or the other.
Right.
Since I've grown old, after 80, after 15, you start taking some of your own decisions. You start creating ambitions, goals, etc. So I myself am chasing something even right now.
See, being ambitious is not wrong at all. I still feel that when being ambitious is not the problem, but it's about what you're being ambitious about is the problem. To be very frank and very honest,
Very true.
it's like being ambitious about earning money. I would say, let me put it in a better way, that money is a necessity. No doubt about that.
100%, obviously.
Money is a necessity.
Yes.
Like money being a necessity, drinking water is a necessity, breathing is a necessity for that matter. But a necessity cannot be a purpose. You cannot say that my purpose is to drink water.
I would not say, or we would not say.
We would not say that our purpose is to drink water. That is why for me it does not make sense when someone says that earning money, this is just an example, that earning money is my purpose. When ambition comes into picture, you should be ambitious for your purpose, not for the necessity, is what I feel.
And again, I'm sorry that I keep saying me and I. It's not about, I'm not making it about us. I'm just saying that let's not put words in,
impose anything
so
on
it's
anyone.
more about, so I'm not, again, this is not about me and I. This is about what I think, and it's not me trying not to impose.
We don't want to make it thoda preachy.
Exactly.
Where we are trying to say that this is right and this is wrong. That's why we are very conscious of the fact that.
So sorry to you too, but that's not the intention to make it about myself or yourself.
100%.
It's about not being preachy or not imposing anything on anyone, because you don't grow when someone imposes. If
you only you can take the horse to the water. You can't make it drink.
When someone tells me to do something, I hate it. When someone tells me I'm wrong, I hate it.
I hate it.
So I would hate to do that to someone else.
Yeah.
Because, and That's how I've learned.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not saying this is something you should learn. This is again just what we are thinking right now.
Yeah.
So to add on to what he said, ambition, like how would I put it?
Should be purpose driven and not
And
the other way around.
two things to it. Should be without expectations.
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
Ambition should not have expectations. Only then, I feel only then will you ever achieve it.
Yeah.
To be very honest.
Yeah. Very, very true and very powerful.
And again, not having expectations is one of the hardest things. If you don't have even a single expectation, you've reached enlightenment.
Yeah.
Like you attained it. Like that's what I believe.
Yeah.
Ki bhai, zero means absolute zero. Like
Yeah.
like zero as in real zero. Ki bhai, zero expectation. Koi kuch bhi kar le, unfazed. Still like water.
But this is a different podcast in which we will or
We have already
we
or
have
whatever.
already spoken about expectations. So it's good, yeah. We can link that to this. Like after watching this, you can watch that video where you can go deeper into what we are actually talking about when what we mean by not having any expectation. That's detailed
separately.
that's covered separately. It's good that we are able to link
and
things like
the
that.
other thing was intention. Again, expectation and intention both go hand in hand. So even if you have ambition with the right intentions, even that is very important. Hey, your ambition shouldn't harm anyone else knowingly.
I got this question from someone. It can be a deviation from the topic.
Sure. I think we've covered enough of the.
Yeah, we have covered enough of the video.
But I would just like to. What was his last quote? I would like to repeat that. That was insane. Again, I wouldn't play it with zero volume. What was it?
नहीं इसी के पहले था. हाँ. इसके भी पहले था.
नहीं रुक जा, इसके बाद है. अच्छा इससे पहले नहीं, हाँ इसके बाद इससे अभी है.
If you're happy where you are, you'll stay.
There's so much to experience and to learn every day.
New things.
This one.
Live where you are and enjoy what's there.
Hi Sahab. That stay in the present.
Yeah. Now, yeah, there'll be many arguments also like live where you are and enjoy what's there. People might
complacent हो गए.
नहीं वो भी नहीं. People might argue saying that दुनिया में इतना खराब चल रहा है.
हाँ.
क्या live where you are, enjoy what's there and all. इसका आंसर this statement should not be misunderstood at a macro level. I mean, it will be misunderstood when it's taken at a macro level. But it's only it will only make sense when the context is right. And this whole line is about being at an individual level, where if you're living where you are and enjoying what's there, it's actually about just being conscious of what's happening around. Because most of the time, 99% of the time, we are oscillating between what's going to happen next and what we have done in the past.
Being present is the hard part.
This whole line exactly means to be in the present. For example, let us say you have an exam. If you're thinking about what's going to happen in the exam, you'll be anxious. And let us say you're failed in an exam, and if you think about, oh, I had failed an exam, you'll always have a sense of sadness or a depression kind of a feeling that ओ तब मैं नहीं कर पाया, अब आगे क्या होगा. Instead, if we are studying at that point, now there is more things to it. When you're studying, you might be talking to someone on the text also. That time when you're talking, you're present there. It's when you're present there, that's when you're not thinking about what will happen tomorrow and what had happened before. And that is why you're not, it's a very weird thing that you get distracted by your phone because you're present while you're in your phone, and that is enjoyment. If we learn to be present while we are studying, then we'll enjoy the studying also. Hence the statement, what we live
where you
where you are, enjoy what is there. The equal to be conscious, which means be present in what you're doing, and you will naturally enjoy what you're doing.
And even at a macro level, if you like, बहुत बड़ी चीज बोल रहा हूँ मैं, impossible, ठीक है, impossible. Even at a macro level, if this is true, भाई, if everyone, मतलब गाजा में बोल दे, if everyone, रशिया में बोल दे, यूएस में बोल दे, इंडिया में बोल दे, चाइना में बोल दे, if everyone starts enjoying what's there where they live, सारे फाइट, सारे वॉर्स, सारा खत्म हो जाएगा.
वही मैंने एक एग्जांपल पहले भी दिया है इसे, आई डोंट नो किसी पॉडकास्ट में दिया है कि नहीं ऐसे, बट आई हैड सेड दैट अगर circles with different centers will coincide. Circles with the same center, many circles with the same center will never coincide because it's going to be concentric.
And they'll be concentric.
If we are able to understand that we all are a family, whatever is put in that video of everyone is dependent on each other वाले point पे जब आ गए हम लोग, ego break होता है.
Exactly.
कि मुझे सबकी जरूरत है, comes down to a point where we realize that we all have a larger purpose that everyone is working for, but we don't know about it. So once we realize that we all are working towards one purpose, is the only time when there is going to be no war, there is going to be no क्या बोलते हैं,
arguments, frictions, or
but
whatever.
But the problem, why it's so hard to believe, is because it's never going to happen.
I
mean, I pray that it happens,
but yeah,
but it's very tough. It's a very ideal situation where everyone has the same center. But it's even that realization can bring peace.
Yes.
Because I've heard many people say that all these wars affect me also.
Right.
How do you get peace with that? It's only when you realize that there's a larger
thing at play.
There's a larger purpose that you will never know, or you cannot. I wouldn't say you would never know. I would say you cannot comprehend.